are the President Carlos Papoulias and the Prime Minister Anthony Samaras. Now, in ancient Greece, only free male citizens were allowed to vote, no women, children, or slaves. But in modern Greece, all citizens older than 18 years are allowed. Now let's talk about the economy of Greece. In ancient Greece, every city-state made its own coins. But in modern Greece, the currency was euro, like in most other European countries. In ancient Greece, the productions were olives, barley, grapes, wheat, wine, olive oil, pottery, and metalwork. But in modern Greece, in addition, industries are tourism, textiles, mining, chemicals, food, and tobacco processing. Trading. In ancient Greece exported olive oil, olives, wine, pottery, metalwork, and slaves. Modern Greece exports petroleum oils, fish, tobacco, olive oil, citrus fruits, fresh cheese, apricots, and more. Ancient Greece imported almonds, dates, Asian perfumes, African carpets, timber, Spanish silver, grains, and slaves. But modern Greece imports machines like cars, cruise ships, aircraft, wine meat, and more. Now let's talk about the religion of Greece. In ancient Greece, they believed in many gods and goddesses, there being 12 main ones, which were very powerful but had the weaknesses of human beings. But in modern Greece, the main religion is Orthodox Christian, though there is freedom of religion for all Greek people. Did you know that the Olympics were started in ancient Greece? Well, the rules were no water sports, no team sports, no girls, and no clothes. But in modern Greece, thank goodness none of the old rules apply anymore. In ancient Greece, the prize wasn't olive wheat, but our winners were treated like superheroes. But now in modern Greece, the prize is a gold, silver, and bronze medal. In ancient Greece, the games were in honor of Zeus, the chief god. But in modern Greece, the games are just for entertainment, sports, and exercise. In ancient Greece, the Olympics were done every 4 years. They still are done every 4 years. Also in ancient Greece, the events always took place in Olympia. But now, each time, the Olympics are hosted by a different country, though the first modern Olympics took place in Athens in 1896. If I were a kid in ancient Greece and I wanted to go to school, I would have to be a boy, and I would have to have wealthy Athenian parents, and I would be taught by an educated slave. But in modern Greece, schools are like American schools. What do you think ancient Greek people wore? Well, women wore chitons or peplos, ankle length. But men, like me, wore tunics, knee length. If I would have my tunics higher than knee length, then I would be mistook for a slave. But in modern Greece, they wear what you wear, and the traditional costume varies from region to region. Women. In ancient Greece, women were homebound, so that in theaters, women's roles were done by men. They had no role in politics, they could not go to school, and there were very few exceptions, such as the woman poet Sappho. But in modern Greece, women's roles are equal to men's. In ancient Greece, slaves were in the lowest class. It was possible for slaves to buy their freedom, yet some slaves chose to stay, because sometimes it was an easier life. But in modern Greece, thank goodness there are no slaves. Now, I want to end my presentation by wishing that I could time travel all the way back to ancient Greece. Thank you.